Pull up to the History of the Bay live podcast on Saturday, July 27th at Brick and Mortar Music Hall in San Francisco with Black C from RBL Posse, Herm Lewis, and the legendary producer TC, presented by Mojo Labs and also brought to you by Skypack. We'll be taking a deep dive into the artist stories, plus taking questions from the audience. There's also going to be a photo gallery by Frisco Film, merch giveaways, and much more. Grab your tickets now at brickandmortarmusic.com. You can also get the link in the description of this episode. What up, everybody? This is Dregs 1. Welcome to the History of the Bay podcast. Gotta give a big shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to HP Foreign. Shout out to STEM Social, Dying Breed for the graffiti supplies of music, San Francisco. All our folks behind the lens. We got King Said. On the boards, we got D.O. And today, we got another legendary guest, man. This has been a long time coming, man. You know, maybe years in the making, perhaps. It's been a minute, man. Let me give you a quick intro for those who might not be familiar, man. If you are a real fan of this podcast, you would have seen one of our, excuse me. If you're a real fan of our podcast, you would have seen our earlier episode with Mack Magic Mike. And I'm sitting here with the other half of the legendary duo out of Richmond, California, man. When you talk about Too Short, when you talk about Freddy B, you're talking about the originators of this Bay Area game, and some of these names got left off the list, man. And one of those names is Mac Calvin T.
Fucking T.
It's good. You can curse, brother.
Without a doubt. For sure.
But, you know, I'm excited because if you ask, you heard the term, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, this is literally some of y'all's favorite rapper's favorite rapper, man. Yeah. And the legacy is deep, and these are some stories that you can only get here on the History of the Bay, because it's the real history of the Bay.
Yeah, that's your mouth, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. It's a pleasure to be here, man. You understand me? So, shit, we're going to get into this history of this shit, man, where this shit really come from, man. You know, your boy Too Short, your boy Freddy B, your boy Calvin T, your boy Magic Mike, man, some of the first rappers about that Bay Area, man. I'm here to certify that. You dig what I'm saying? So just to let it be known, man, how this shit really got to be where it's at right now today, man. You understand me? I'm happy to be here and happy to be a part of this shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's been the best thing going. You know what I'm talking about? So,
absolutely, like that, man. But before we get into this conversation, Calvin T, gotta ask you, bro, just in case they might not know. They might not know how the mouthpiece work, man. They might not know that the reputation is valid. So I'm just wondering, can you give us a couple bars real quick?
Let me give you this here right here. Let me see. Another frustrating situation. Being in these pens can be degrading. Just did a violation. Now I'm running like Walter Payton. Yeah, they got action. I'm getting back cracking. Consider me the main attraction. Man, them punk motherfuckers, they finna just keep dictating my actions on some charges that's overrated. They trying to keep players incarcerated in these suck-infested traps, man. Stuck and stagnated. 12 months flat paying. They want them, but now, of course, I condone them. Next time my PO took off his knickers, we got some wear and tear on them from the gate. I'm gonna celebrate, push 600 across state. He out and check. But I'm trying to avoid the check, make it when I'm going to make it showing. But it's a bell, some pivot and horn, put against who on this game over some Remy while I'm blowing. Ducking and dodging, living above my means because of what I'm riding, evading, getting my hospital on the streets, I'm scamming, I'm not abiding. Out to fetch me, say they gonna stretch me just as quick as fast as they catch me. If you ain't gonna free me or COP me, well, see me when you see me. I'm scounding. Oh, man. I get out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I like that, man. That was high power right
Classic
there,
shit,
man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
That was that Bay Area mouthpiece. But see, I could understand it. They might not be able to understand, but I could understand it. And when I hear that, I hear a lot of styles that you hear today.
Yeah.
And that kind of the fast-paced delivery, but still on beat.
Yeah.
Real life situations. Talk about
shit,
that
yeah.
Penitentiary. Talk
All
about,
that shit.
you know what I'm saying, from
Every
balling to
moment.
falling and all, you know what I'm saying, the ups and
Man,
downs.
all the shit.
Yeah, that's that reality rap that we known for out here, man. So now you know. So now let's get to the very, very beginning of it, bro. Richmond, California. Were you born and raised there?
No, I was born in Oakland Children's Hospital. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah. 1968, man. You know, that's where it started. And then from there, man, you know, I stayed out there probably with my father for a while. And my father's mother. And then we moved to Arkansas, stayed out there for a while. And then we moved to Richmond. My mother had a house over there on 60th and Chancellor, man, 1 bedroom over there. Can't forget it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I pretty much started at. You know, the little nigga was out there running the streets and shit, trying to do whatever in the streets, hanging around, you know, fast niggas and whatnot. You know what I mean? But and ended up in jail. You know, that's why I ended up meeting Magic at a juvenile hall. It was probably, what, 70, 78, 79, 80.
Before that, if we could slow it down just a little bit, because Richmond is one of them cities that a lot of people don't really know that much about, right?
It's a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on in Richmond, so.
Well, back in the days, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's Tijuana now, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
But back in the days, man, there was a lot of shit going on as far as gamed up, you know what I mean? Niggas, in the streets, shit, hitting the highway, man, trying to sell some jewelry, some junk, whatever it might be, man. You know, as far as rapping and shit, that's where rap really came from when it come down to it, because niggas was using his mouthpiece for everything.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Shit, like I say, shit, it was just basically, we was gamed up, man. Niggas was out there pimping and shit, man. Niggas was out there trying to sell some slum or sell some diamonds and shit, man. You know, it's a CD that's out there right now, man, called The Art of Game. And they give you the whole get down on that. I told my boy, you probably put that shit out too early because you got a few folks out here still do their thing. But yeah, but that Art of Game, I suggest you go get that because that's where it's at right there. You can get a full dose of how niggas was really getting down back in them days.
Right, because you mentioned Oakland, you mentioned Arkansas, but Richmond specifically.
It's my foundation.
Yeah, and Richmond definitely got its own thing going on in its own history.
Yeah, it's a unique city, man. You know, it's a lot of different kind of generations that come from there. You know what I'm saying? Different generations and shit. That they pretty much extinct, seem like.
You think so?
Yeah. It's only a few of us around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's only a couple of dinosaurs out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of niggas have been in jail. A few people have been coming home too, so that's a good thing. You know, as far as Richmond is concerned, but it ain't the rich no more though.
You don't think so?
Not at all. And that's a good thing too, though, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that our people ain't out there like that.
Yeah.
You know.
We're going to take a quick break from the episode to let y'all know about our latest sponsor, Stem Social. I would never endorse a product on this platform that I don't personally approve of, and I've been trying Stem Social's 5 mushroom complex for a few weeks now. It's the perfect supplement after my morning workout to help me stay mentally focused throughout the day, and it even improves my sleep at night. There are a ton of benefits from Stem Social's 5 mushroom complex, and they're all healthy, organic, and natural. I'm going to tell you how. The capsules contain extracts from turkey tail, reishi, cordyceps, chaga, and lion's mane mushrooms. These are some of the healthiest mushrooms out there, and different cultures around the world have used them for traditional medicine. So get on board. Check out the 5 mushroom complex at stemsocial.io or click the links in the description.
Yeah, and you mentioned like the hustling, the mouthpiece, the pimping. That's something we talked a lot about with Magic. And we just had Filmo Slim on here too. It's like just a part of the culture in the Bay too, is like that pimp game and the mouthpiece. Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, from my coming up, man, it was just like, you know, we trying to outdo each other with the best thing to say to a female or something. You know what I mean? Maybe we might just be walking the streets and, well, you say something to her. You see a female coming up the street and you say some, you know, you drop something here, but pick up on this. You know what I mean? Say some shit, then next time a female passes by, it might be my turn. You, hey, baby girl, what's up? You know, I ain't know what I might say to her, but you know, your big old guy got a big old eye for you. You ready to make that major move in the maze? Don't come fuck with some of these giants or some old shit. Ain't no telling what I might say. But it was just a time where, you know, we just matched game, matched wits with each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there was a time, that was a good time, man, because it was like, that's really where you learned a lot of game from, because a nigga say something out of his mouth that was, you know, niggas was game thieves at that time. I'm still in some game, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, you was taking around, if I liked you, if a nigga liked you or something, he'll pick you up, ride you around the town, ride you wherever, you know what I'm saying, show you some shit. Man, this is how this go, this is how this go. Nigga was giving a nigga some game, too, if he liked you, if he see some kind of potential in you or something. You know what I mean? But, shit, the 80s, that was the era when, you know, the dope came in, and it got bad then, because Richmond was really one. You know, we had gangs out there at the time, too, but it was like more of a where you was from, but it was like, It wasn't no shooting and shit. The first nigga that got shot in Richmond was damn near Sugar Dog years ago. He was with Park Boys Together, Brothers, Good Guys, We're Black, Pimp Players and Hustle, Sugar Hill, Foot Hill. We had gangs like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, but shit, it was just a good time, man.
Yeah, so you seen it all from the very beginning. Yeah. So you were just soaking up basically the environment,
young nigga,
soaking up the game.
Young nigga soaking it up, man. You know what I mean? Wound up at juvenile hall with a knocked a bitch called. I can't say that name. Knocked a little white broad man up out that joint, man. And that's why my little pimp career started. To being, doing what I was doing.
So you were pimping as a little kid, basically.
13.
Yeah. And that's where the energy and juvie
come from. Main energy come from. You know, then my sister, she was home at the time, and I come home from a juvenile hall. She got a pimp boy in a room, and I took from him. You know what I mean? Took from that dude.
Mm.
Yeah, my nigga. I don't want to be saying too many names.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's what landed you in juvie, basically.
Not pimping.
Okay.
No, juvenile hall came when, man, how can I say this? I don't know, but we was fighting back then, man. We was going around doing some other shit, man. It was on some other shit. It was basically for some violence for the most part. But while I was in there, you know what I'm saying, I met Magic up in juvenile hall, and he was rapping. We both had laid-ups and shit, and he was rapping. He was saying, "Do you want to hear me rock? If you want to hear me rock, if you want to hear me jam, let me tell you about my journey through the superhero land. Just like a soda in an aluminum can, I crushed themselves they call Superman." See, he made that one. You know what I mean? And so when I heard him rapping, it was like, man, shit, I like that, man. So we got together and shit, and that's where it all started at, basically. Just hearing him rap. At the time, I was like, what was that? Super Rhymes and Count Cool-Out. They was that's two dudes that people don't even really talk about right now today. Super Rhymes, you heard of them?
No.
Super Rhymes and Count Cool-Out. Super Rhymes say, rhymes faster than a speeding bullet, has more rhymes than a train has tracks. Able to leap sucker MCs with a single rhyme. Look at the jam of a mic. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's super rhymes. It's the newest thing. Makes you want to swing while us MCs rap. Doing our thing, you start singing like it used to be. No, it's MCs rapping. To the beat, I go 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I got my beat now here where I go. You see this DJ, he gets down mixing records while they go around with a hip hop. Yeah.
Wow. I'm pretty impressed that you can remember all these rhymes from back then. So it really made an impact on you, huh?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So was that the first... That's that Super Rhyme. Was that the first
rapper that I pretty much was getting it with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any type of music experience or passion for music before that, or?
Well, music has always been something that I always cling to. Just just music in general. Cameo. Zap, Roger and them and stuff like that, that funk kind of thing. So it's always been, the arcades and so on and so forth. It's always been my love for it, just to hear the music. But when finding my voice in it, because I used to just play with the little tape recorder and she'd just say some shit and then we'd probably push it on fast and you hear my voice going real fast and we laughed at that kind of shit. But from that point on, I just started making my mama little cassette decks and shit and started making some shit. So,
what do you think it was that attracted you to rapping so much?
He and Super Rhymes and Count Cool-Out, Johnny Cassell Watson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just the way that they were rocking on those tracks.
Count Cool-Out, the way he sounded, Count Cool-Out was raw.
Yeah.
Johnny, he was spitting game. You know what I mean? In fact, I got a song called Bring That. What is it called? Bring It. Yeah, Bring It. Johnny's song was called Telephone Bill, where he talking about how he met a female somewhere. And I got the one called Bring It, because basically, bring that money home. It's raw, though.
Okay, so you're locked up with Magic Mike. Y'all are basically going back and forth with the rhymes. And then he's told a story that basically, I don't know if it was you or him, convinced the guards to let y'all stay in the same cell so you could write together.
Yeah.
Is that basically how it went down?
That's pretty much what the situation was. What Magic told you, I seen the interview, and that's pretty much what it was. Try not to try to even go say it again, because they can go to the thing.
No, we can run it back from your perspective.
It was a counselor, that Ed Turner. He thought he might have been related to me.
Okay.
So he called me out to cell one time and shit. You know, I was a bad little dude up in that motherfucker. I'm fighting all the time and shit. They was putting me in the home, keeping me in the cell and shit. But then he liked me because then he thought we might have been family. He put me out to cell and we played ping pong and shit all day long. And then when my boy Magic, he was already on laid-ups. So when he doing laid-ups, this one counselor let me stay out. You know what I mean? So that's how me and Magic had got together. Man, like I said, he was singing that song, and that's why I really took it from him at that time, and was like, man, I need to get up in your cell so we can break some shit. You know what I mean? And so that's when it started right there.
And y'all won a talent show inside Juvenile Hall?
I believe we did.
Yeah. Was anyone...
You mentioned that. That shit was so long ago, but I believe we did, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was anyone else rapping in there, or?
Nah, there wasn't nobody rapping.
Wow.
Nah, he was the first nigga I heard rapping that was, physically live.
In the flesh.
Yeah. First person I ever heard doing that. Because it was one counselor that used to bring that tape, super rhymes and shit. And I used to ask him to bring that tape all the time. And then when I met Magic, I heard it, Magic sounded just like him. So that's when I'm like, damn, boy, you sound just like Super Rhymes. But we had got together. I ended up making a rap called Popeye and Olive or some old shit like that. It wasn't even a title to it. It was just kind of like some corny shit that we had did. And then that's what we took to the talent show. He did the Super Rhymes. He did talking about the Superman rhyme, and I did the one we're talking about Popeye. Man.
He said it was like Superman pimping on Lois Lane, and
he didn't do that one, no.
Oh, okay.
See, I did. He did Superman. I think he was talking about. He said that he did the Popeye and Olive.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that one.
And Bluto was the trick or something like that.
That wasn't the one. No, I forget. I forget. That was my rap. I forget that one. I remember his basically.
Okay.
Because I thought he was better than me anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you ended up getting out before he did?
Yeah.
Okay. But that kind of planted that seed of like, all right, I'm finna do this rapping.
Man, it was from juvenile hall, it was on from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that now I know how to really do this shit. Somebody really taught me and got me inspired with this shit. So shit, I started accumulating equipment and whatnot, man. The 4-pad drum machine, a Yamaha keyboard. That's pretty much all it took at that time.
Yeah, he said you had acquired the equipment,
of course,
for some means by any means necessary.
Well, one thing I could say about my mama, she did anything she could to keep me out of jail. You know what I mean? So she had to end up giving me the 4-pad, and then once I started just working with that, because I'm working with her little stereo, she got the cassette tape and all this shit, but she wanted to keep me out of jail. So, but then I was meeting people that was like, man, Calvin, can you use this? Can you use that?
Okay.
I mean? So people was kind of like, I guess you can call it a donation.
Yeah, donation. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got out. By the time Mike got out,
Magic came home, man, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I'm messing around. That's all I'm doing. We writing each other, man. You write some of the Pimp and this, and write some of that. And by the time he came home, the lyrics that I done learned that he done already said, or what we done already did, I'm already putting that out there.
Yeah.
Letting it be known that this is my boy Magic and this is me right here. And the first time I even sold a TDK was somebody that came by the house and was like, wait, what you want for that? What I want for what? But that shit right there, I wasn't even tripping. You know what I mean?
So someone heard what you were recording and asked you for a copy.
Right.
And this is when people can make your own tapes, record them, dub them
up.
Record you can dub the dub and pass them around. Yeah.
So that's how I get around. So one person heard it, the next man ended up stealing the tape. You say, man, I got to get one of them tapes again, man. Somebody stole my tape. Yeah,
because this is also when there's not that much rap going around and definitely not coming out of the Bay Area, right?
No. Short, the only real rap that you probably were seeing coming up out the Bay Area as far as rap. That nigga, he rap his ass off. I can give him that. That nigga don't stop rapping. I give him that. Romeo G, he just wasn't never heard of like that. Besides Elsmere High School. In fact, rest in peace, Romeo. You know what I mean? But that was the only other real rapper that I knew besides, hold on, wait a minute, it was, There was a few more niggas up out of Richmond, though. Clint Flint, the rapping president. There was another cat. Magic had already mentioned him, though, so I'm glad he did.
He mentioned a few cats. There was also, I did some research once, and there was a guy named Motorcycle Mike out of Oakland. And he had a record in 1981 called Super Rap.
Never heard it.
Yeah. It's out there.
Motorcycle Mike?
Motorcycle Mike, yeah. That was the only track I could find from him.
I never heard of him.
Because Magic's...
I never even met Master P.
Right.
you know?
Well, Magic said y'all basic that, I think in Juvenile Hall was like 82.
Around about that time.
So that's early.
Way early, yeah.
But he also said you met Short and Freddy B on the bus?
I tripped when he said that. I said, damn, and I can't vividly remember it like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My recollection, I can't remember it like that. There's a lot of shit I just don't remember. To be honest with you, at 56, man, but I can't remember it like that, though.
Well, it was a long time ago, but basically you saw that this is another hustle, slanging tapes.
Well, when the motherfucker offered me what I want for it, because I was just doing it for, I liked it. I liked the way I sounded and shit, you know what I mean? Hearing other people do it, and I was able to do it, so I started really liking it. So that's all I got into, was just messing with the music, making beats and shit, you know what I mean? Liking the way my beats were sounding and whatnot. So when I put it in somebody's deck that had some hump or whatever, I liked it. I said, ugh, that shit raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, because when I pulled up, there's a couple of y'all songs from the 80s that's like floating around YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I hear it, I kind of recognize it because it got the same, like bass, got the same kind of tempo.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of just funk a little bit. Yeah.
That's really what it is, man, because that's the foundation of it, man. You know, Roger them, Zap, all them, that's the foundation of this shit.
Yeah.
Parliament, as far as the funk is concerned. The game, like I said, that come from Johnny, hearing him spitting like the way he was spitting. I said, he's talking pimping. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then having a little piece of broad at the time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no long time and no long pimp career or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? At the time, it was good though. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mood that we was in. Besides the fact that that's all we groomed out there in Richmond.
Yeah. So this is interesting to me, right? Like, Too Short is associated with like pimp rap to a degree, right? But early is also like if you listen to like Freaky Tales and Dope Fiend B's, basically just like rapping about getting pussy, right?
Well, yeah.
Which is cool, right? Hell yeah, shit was dope.
Yeah.
But y'all was actually talking about like pimping.
Well, that's really what was the thing that was really going on in Richmond, though. Niggas was trying to be players, cone poppers, and pimps and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas wasn't really, dope wasn't around or none of that shit, so niggas trying to find a way to get some money, and that's what he was using, his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I say, we niggas are selling like junk and shit, man, bricks in a box and shit. I'm talking too much now.
Statute of limitations.
You know what I mean? But yeah, shit, so on and so forth, man, so that's what we was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a bitch happened to come along and see me, she liked it in the nigga game, guess what? She fucked around and got knocked and got sent. That's all it was.
Hello.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because nowadays you got like a whole generation of people that know about that life from rap.
Yeah.
But y'all are just taking what you see and putting it on the mic.
It's like this here. The fact that I've experienced it in my own life, not to a hell of a degree, however, but I was out there.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? The bitch was a white bitch. She was a 13-year-old bitch. I wouldn't probably run more than 14. She was damn near telling me how this shit go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Frankly. But like I said, my sister, she was fucking with a pimp. You know what I mean? So fucking with him, he taking her to L.A., my first trip to L.A. You know what I mean? So but at the same time, being around them kind of niggas, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what these niggas is really doing.
But there's also like a translation between spitting game and spitting on the mic.
Well, it's like this here. When you give a bitch some instructions to what she need to be doing or how she need to be handling herself, you don't necessarily say it in a rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Bitch, don't do this. Bitch, don't do that. Bitch, you better handle this. And you better do this, that, and the other, whatever it may be. But when you put it in a rhyme, you say, well, keep some rubber, stay away from brothers, keep an eye off under covers. Don't do no double dating, bitch, and whole stay missing them suckers. You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, I got a song that I just did yesterday. It's a classic though. It's called Whole Money. And it shows you how you knock a bitch, how you lace the bitch, and how you set the bitch down, all three phases of the game, basically. It's called Whole Money, man. It ain't gonna be new to most niggas that's from Richmond, but for the most part, yeah, it's gonna be brand new to everybody, to the world, when I introduce it again.
Yeah, man, that's my thing about rap music, bruh. It's like the music that we like, you could talk about pimping, you could talk about shooting, you could talk about dope, but those are things that's really out there.
It's out there, but even with my son, he more or less on the other side of the fence.
And I like that too. I like as long as it's genuine to you, right?
Yeah.
Like you could rap about making breakfast and
You
make
can
it
rap about
sound
whatever
dope.
you want to rap
You can
about.
rap about whatever you want to.
Rap is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be,
Yeah.
you know, inspiring. It's supposed to be something that's going to ignite you to do something. You know what I mean? Because that's what we need. We are voices and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I, frankly, even with Pimp and rap, I don't necessarily even like to even go in that area no more.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm more or less on trying to give you some game on trying to how to live and what to look out for and, you know, pay attention to certain kind of stuff. You know, me being more cautious, conscious of stuff.
Well, if I'm going to listen to something like that, I would rather listen to something that's coming from a real place as opposed to someone who's just perpetrating the image because it sounds cool. Because when you talk about the reality, you got to talk about the good with the bad, right?
Yeah. It's good and it's going to be bad with this shit. It's definitely going to be there, ups and downs for sure. Like I say with myself, man, I get it from the niggas that I'm up and around and I get it from my experience, you know what I mean? I'm still here. You know what I mean? A lot of shit I done Pimp past for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To still be here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to, man. So that's really what the size is. I tell my son all the time, man, just let the small shit drop and the big shit pop, man. It's going to be greater later, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. Let that little, man, we ain't doing that. Fuck that, man. Don't kill nothing, don't let nothing die. That's really my thing.
Yeah, I like that too, man. I like to, you know, let's just be yourself, bro, and just live a positive life, righteous lifestyle,
Really,
man. Yeah, and if you're gonna dibble and dabble in these areas and do it right and, you know, get in and get out.
That's another lifestyle. That's because, you know, niggas really probably didn't know no better, you know what I mean, to do something that what we was doing back in them days. It ain't even about that to me, honestly.
There you go.
Know what I mean? Like I say, you want to get somebody something fruitful, man. Something that can be grown. I ain't going to just feed you today. I'm going to give you a fishing pole so you can go get you some fish.
I like that.
You can eat on for real. Yeah.
Okay, so as y'all are selling tapes, does it ever trip you out that like 30, almost 40 years later, people are like still talking about some of them?
Nah, because I know that I write and I don't just go in the studio and just mumble. I take my time, I contemplate, and then this is shit that's take over time shit. In fact, to write the song, people probably think this is a trip, but to write the song Hold Money, that was over a course of a couple of years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Bumping shows with people and getting different kind of game on how this shit really goes. So when I do deliver, that's really what it is. What I do know. You know what I mean? One boy used to be, when I was in the pen, boy say, he called us out, Top Dollar, break the world. You know, Top Dollar, break the world. The Pimp boy come by the cell all the time. We just put a pencil on this game and chop this shit up. You know what I mean? So he was giving a nigga a lot of game, and I asked him a few questions about this, that, and that. What would you do, this, that, and other? And he's like, yeah, this is what this is, and this is what that is. You know, but rap, concerning rap, it's really all fun and games, though. I hate that we even on a level to where we got guns in it.
Yeah. But I was talking about like the fact that there's listeners still.
Yeah.
That go back to you and Magic to like that era. Like I was trying to see like if y'all had like any releases that was out. The only thing I could find from you was it was like a one side of a record. It was like Strawberry Lane Records or something like that.
That was the first record we had made. Fuck with some people saying Bostic, Mike Moses, shouts out, man. I love them niggas, man. But they was one of the first dudes. I met Sam when I was on my way to Adam School, man. And he was doing music then. I think that's where I really started. I started doing music like in '78, actually.
Okay.
Fucking around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's when I think I met Sam when I was going to Adams Junior High or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, so Sam was working with y'all in the studio, Sam Bostic.
Was the first person I ever met that really had a record out.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? They was doing his father, Sam Bostic's father. They was in the garage just playing some music, and I heard it, and I just went around and didn't even know the people. You know, I introduced myself and shit, and I said, I'd be like to do music too. So that's how me and Sam even got together. You know, I think I was trying to rap. Yeah, I think I was trying to rap it in. I ain't gonna even lie.
Well, if you and Magic and Too Short and Freddy B were like, let's just say that's the first generation of Bay Area rappers, right? Yeah. Who did you see coming in the second generation? Who did you start see to come behind you?
There was a few people, man. It seemed like it just started just trickling down. It was like, man. It's hard to just put names out there. I know it was like JT the Bigger Figure was one of them because he had his own. I think he was the first nigga that really had started his own business at that time. The first one.
Possibly. I think Master P might have been a little before
I
that.
wouldn't. That's a trip. I probably was in the pen where I ain't never met Master P a day in my life. And when he
Yeah.
said he was staying in Richmond.
And I think E-40 might have even been.
No, I think JT the bigger figure, but he was the first nigga though.
Was JT before
I
E-40?
believe so, yeah.
I don't think so, bro.
think so?
Nah, because the E-40 and the Click, before they was the Click, they had a tape out in the like late 80s.
But I heard Mac Dre before I heard 40 though.
Yeah, Mac Dre too, also like 89. So that's what I was asking. So
I'm believing it was JT as far as somebody, the business wise of it.
the business wise.
Yeah.
But I meant like just hearing the music that was coming out.
I can probably just say it was just a sort of the music. I can't really just pinpoint it though.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You got Sebo and shit. You got Spice One. These are niggas I've been fucking with. You know what I mean? Mac Dre. That's about the closest I can get to.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yep. Cause I do believe Mac Dre, Young Black Brother, that was like late 80s.
Mac Mall, that's
Mall,
yeah. Whether it was from Vallejo or Frisco, that's about the closest I can get to.
Right.
You know, so I just give all them niggas their props back then. I mean, with the fact that I know what me and Magic was doing. I know what Too Short and Freddy B was out there doing. But as far as anybody else, I think that's when it all just came together. You know.
Well, the reason I asked about that too, one, and I talked about this with Magic, is like the early Mac Dre got a similar vibe to some of the songs I heard y'all making.
Well, I mean, shit, it's gonna brush off on you.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Me and my boy Johnny C, we used to go out to that Vallejo, and that's where we used to do parties at. So that's the reason why Vallejo had got a big whiff of it then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He DJ Donnie, DJ C, rest in peace. He was one of the first dudes that we used to fuck with.
Okay, so that's a connection right there.
Right there.
Yeah. Because I believe Mack Mall has shouted y'all out before.
Mack Mall came to one of my shows in Richmond. We did a show in at Richmond Auditorium. Mack Mall was there. Ray Love was there. Shouts out to Ray Love, man. Love you, boy. And he performed a real good performance, too. But Mack Mall came to me and said, Calvin, man, he said, I just wanted to let you know from me to you, man. I love you, man, because you helped me in my life. And I was inspired by you, man. And I never really knew that like that. But I just appreciate the fact that he came to me face to face just to tell me that.
Yeah, bro. That's why this is important, man, because you got to know where you've been to know where you're going. Yeah. And y'all laid a foundation down,
I want
man.
to also say this here, man, before Short concerned, because now Short, he didn't understand that, nigga, when I went to your concert, nigga, we had to buy some tickets from some scalpers and some more shit to get inside that building and shit, whatnot. And I just want to say, man, I was excited to see a nigga, but when you spoke on the band, you didn't mention Richmond, you didn't mention Calvin T, I was pissed off. So I said a few things that I'm going to say I apologize for, sincerely, just due to the fact that you don't know how much you mean to me, too.
Talking about Too Short?
Yeah. Basically. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because you was one of the first niggas and shit, man, and I know you rap like a motherfucker. You know, you ain't stopped since, and I got to shout you out for that. You know what I mean? But to come see you and for us to not be acknowledged when you talking about debate, because you can't get from Oakland to Vallejo unless you pass through Richmond.
Yeah, it's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So how you forget me when you in Palo Alto somewhere? That's how I felt. So I'm just sincerely proud of you for my thing, for even tripping about this shit, but I mean, shit, you know, it is what it is.
Well, one of the people that's definitely giving y'all a lot of props and always acknowledge you is E-40.
Well, shit. One thing I can say about 40, you can't deny it, because it's all in the motherfucking music. I mean, you got to just do that. I mean, but that's just off top. Anybody that you come up under, man, you will want to give them their props and shit. You know, that's why I try to even all the music that I use from other artists, I want to thank them first and foremost. You know what I mean? For them being the first comers for me to be able to do what I did. You know.
Well, when did you first hear E-40's music?
Somebody played some shit to me. He said, "Boy, he showed your style." I said, no. I said, "No." I said, "Yeah." I said, he rap a little too fast, because it was the one time I was real slow, and a lot of the singing shit we started doing that shit too. But I was in denial at first, and when I kept hearing him, I'm like, yeah. And then he had songs that he used my formula, but not the words. I'm like, well, yeah, that's cool, because I mean, you know, that means something. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
Yeah. And then didn't he try signing you?
We signed.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he wanted like about like a mini CD, something like 8 songs. I completed 7 of them. Yeah, but my bitch went to jail and shit, my bottom bitch and shit, and I needed some money. They wasn't willing to give me some money at the time. And the people that was in the motel was like, man, where your friends at? Because they gave us a little kitchenette situation. Man, where your friends at? I'm like, man, I ain't talked to them. You know what I'm saying? So I had to end up leaving that situation, going back to Richmond. We was in SAC at the time, working out of Tony's studio. But then, so I had to end up getting up out of that situation. I ended up going to jail. And catching a 5-year bid. Yeah, but I completed 7 of the 8 that he wanted. And I believe he still got that music.
Damn, never came out.
Nah, About My Money, one song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that was on the compilation. Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Man, hopefully we get to see the light of day.
We had did some stuff too. But my voice, just part of my voice is on it, but he
Be
took
legit?
He took the lyrics off because I was in jail at the time, I'm assuming.
Oh.
What they talking about? Huh? What they hollering? He made the beat and everything.
Oh, you were on that song?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but he ended up doing it himself because, like I said, I was in jail too. Yeah.
So was prison like a big setback to your progress?
Them jokes up in that joint, man, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As time goes on, while we still sitting here standing still, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then now you lose the inspiration of it, you know what I mean? Because you got to deal with real life, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is what you got to deal with. Nigga ain't thinking that he gonna even be living around this motherfucker, man. All the shit that you got to go through dealing with that shit. You know what I mean? Because when you go to jail, you might not come home.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you ain't in no camp nowhere. You really behind bars. You behind a wall. You know, you dealing with all kind of different shit. And that's where you know when you're really enslaved and shit, man. When you go to jail. Yeah. You're enslaved when you go to jail for sure.
Well, that's what they say. Literally, the law says, right? Slavery is illegal except prison.
Slavery is right now.
Yeah.
Shit, it ain't just prison. Prison just let you know that you really being enslaved.
Right.
That's all they do. It just really certifies it. Yeah, man, we still up under that same bullshit. Yeah, you still up under it.
About how many years have you done inside, would you say, total, throughout all the biz?
I couldn't give it just back and forth, man. You know, violations, jokes and shit, 5 years, 7 years, you know what I'm saying? But this is like, I did it. The time, the sentence was sentenced to 7 years. I might do 3.5 off that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a straight 5-year joke, you know what I'm saying? But it's shit like that. Matter of fact, 50 Phil, you familiar with him?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We was the only one in Corcoran in the cell, only 2 niggas from Richmond out there at that time.
Oh, that was after. So he caught that big case that was on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah. Phil, who did that shit? It wasn't him though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Shout out to Filthy Phil if you're out there, man. We'd love to have you on here and tell your story, bro. Powerful story.
Yeah, Filthy raw.
Yeah.
And he had stopped. He said, because when we was in jail, he's like, man, why you ain't gonna rap no more? He's like, man, I ain't, you know. And so he started dealing with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're getting locked up, did you feel like you're missing out on the game? Because it's interesting when you first talked about hip hop, like that was like it was on a smaller level,
right?
And it just kept getting bigger and bigger, especially in the Bay,
right? So
did you feel like, damn, I had a chance to be part of this?
No, I just know that my style is gonna always be relevant just due to the fact that what I talk about.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I would be at a loss of it. It's just that the being inspired is what you be needing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can only talk about what you done been through or whatever. That's probably why Mac Dre wrote so much shit, because that's one thing it would give you some peace and some solitude where you can really just get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never thought that way, because even right now today, man, I know what I got.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Even with my old shit, I'd be mixing it with some of these niggas' new shit. I say, that shit sounds so motherfucking raw. These niggas don't know. You know what I mean? So, like I say, even right now, my son, we just went up in that motherfucker, just left K-Luz just yesterday. You know? And then it's for him too anyway, you know, pass the baton.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what it comes down to. You gotta pass that baton, man.
Yeah, it's interesting, bro, like, about this Bay Area shit, like, the rest of the world, they might hear something that we influence and not know that it came from us.
Somebody, yeah.
Because we got our own like underground society here of rappers,
really what I cater to,
DJs, producers. That's kind of what we all cater to, right? Because that's the shit that we love. Because that's the shit. Like, where else you gonna get somebody talking about Frisco and Richmond and Oakland and all these places?
This, though, when it come down to what you catering to, it's like because you got a particular audience for that particular thing. This ain't really for everybody, though.
No, for sure.
You dig what I'm saying? So when guys get up there and they go to whatever they be saying, they got to realize you're giving up way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Really. When it comes down to it. So that's really what that is. Because, I mean, shit, that's how they get your information and all your shit, man, because you tell them too motherfucking much.
Well, that's kind of where I was going to, because, I mean, especially with this independent thing, like you were saying, Master P and all that, there's a lot of cats who did quite well just being underground. Right. And staying underground and making that contribution. And I feel like you and Magic Mike, y'all laid a real blueprint, bro.
I mean, shit. It's like I said, it's the foundation of the shit, really. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Anything that's old school, that's where it come from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can call me old guy, you call me OG, you call me original gangster. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Because that's just the foundation of this shit. That's why you got to give back to that. That's your soil. That's where you come from, man. That's where everything grew up at.
That's part, man. And that's why we had to get you on here too, because I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's excited to see this. Maybe they saw Magic's episode. Now they're gonna hear it from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so over the years, just back and forth to prison, basically. That's why we didn't hear more of you on records.
That's what cock blocked the nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I ain't one of them writers that just go in and hear a beat and just able to get on it. I can, but I can't because it depends on what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't just throw shit in there like that.
Okay. And you said it was like you couldn't really find inspiration while you're going through those things.
Shit, how can you?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, when a motherfucker literally say same old shit, it's the same old shit.
Every day.
Every same old shit. You know what I mean? You either sleeping, you eating, or you working, man. And that's pretty much what you doing. You know what I mean? And surviving.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got time for nothing else. Shit.
And you managed to, like, lightweight keep in touch with Magic the whole time, right? Or you still
That's one thing we gonna always do.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's been the most faithful motherfucker I ever fucked with in my life, man, besides God. You know what I mean? Somebody that you can always depend on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my main man, so whatever. You know, we gonna always make that contact.
How about, like, coming home? When was the last time you were locked up?
It's 2007.
Oh, okay, cool. So you've been home for a good minute.
I mean, I'll tell a nigga fast, nigga, I'd rather live hobo bad on the streets than live penny situation, though.
Yeah. So what has life been like since you came home?
Living.
Yeah.
Maintaining. Staying out the way. Being a professional sucker ducker.
Mm-hmm.
Minding my own. Doing my own. Doing me. Give me, man. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Give me. So that's pretty much what it's been. I stay out of motherfuckers' way, man. That's all. Because I know how this shit can do you, man. Because I done lost. It's too many dead spirits in Richmond.
Right.
Frankly.
Yeah.
Too many, man. I've been around that. I've been rug packed, be with gas, best, purple jack, strung out on crack. You see this shit right here, man? This leg right here 5 times in this with caters and shit, man. So I just stay out the way.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's crazy. We was talking about earlier, like, Richmond's reputation for, like, pimping and hustling. But when I was younger, the violence was, like, the main thing that people talked about.
That's what it wound up being, because it's like when you got money, having money is one thing, but when you ain't got no money, it's a different kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why when the dope came in, then everybody wanted to be a boss. This is the dope thing transferred over to the rap thing, so everybody wanted to be a boss. So when you got people in that position, everybody wanted, you know, be the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you get your problems at.
Yeah.
You know? Because now, the times when we was able to go to North Richmond or go to South or go to Central, motherfuckers was able to do that, everybody. When the dope came in, it got ugly like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So now we switching up. People get killed. Ain't nobody forgiving nobody. You know? Innocent people.
Well, go ahead, sorry.
Don't nobody want to forgive nobody.
Right.
Got to let that shit go. I mean, because that's a done deal. You got a new generation of kids now. My son got, you know, a few babies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I'm thinking about right now.
That's right.
That's the main thing.
Well, since then, there's also been a lot of other rappers to come out of Richmond. Are there any other like rappers that you fuck with or respect?
Frankly, I would fuck with whatever rapper that want to fuck with me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Especially if you want somebody that you really inspired by, because I want to be that part of to say, yeah, I helped you, you know, achieve your goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really our obligation to do so as an elder.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? And I come from a time where you respect your elders too.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? But to be a part of that when you already a part of it because of the foundation that you already laid to continue that on, man, I'm definitely with that.
Well, there's a couple videos of you on YouTube. I believe it was Doc. What's his name?
Doc Dollar.
Doc Dollar.
I'm gonna say that's another thing.
Man.
Even when I do stuff with people, I don't like it when they just throw stuff out there too. Though.
Oh, you weren't aware that was out there?
No, it's just that some people, if they whatever film, whatever moment they catch you in, whoever might be doing it, they'll just put stuff out there.
Oh, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'll get that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But with Doc, that's my dude. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because y'all went viral.
Well, I know.
So there's a video, man. If you haven't seen it, man.
Video, My Bottom Bitch?
My Bottom Bitch by Calvin T.
That's a classic.
Yeah, hell
that's
yeah,
what
it
I
is.
mean by the stuff that I talk about and what I say. That's a real life story right there. That's the situation where I say with E-40. That's when I had my real bottom bitch.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up going to jail. Okay, if I can't get no money over here, I'm finna go get some money over here.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because my bitch, man, she gone, so I got to take care of myself now.
So that song is basically about the broad taking the charge.
Whatever she got to do to take care of making sure my motherfucker was all right, man. That's what she was doing when she was trying to get to me, man. That's why she went to jail. She had a bunch of shit in that trunk for a nigga, man. She had a few hours for a nigga, man. And she got stopped by the police with that one, and then she went to jail. And from that point on, she ain't been back to jail since.
Okay.
Yeah, so it helped her, too.
Shout out to her, man.
Yeah. Reno. I can say that.
Well, that song was floating around on the internet for a few years on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, I think it was last year or the year before, Snoop posted the song, Snoop Dogg.
Somebody told me, but I never really did any investigating on it, nothing like that.
Yeah, you went viral, bro.
But by way of him or what?
Yeah. I don't know how he got a hold of it, but he ended up posting you on his Instagram.
I think because of the fact that I can't be ignored, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, you spit some shit on that song, yeah.
I know I can't be ignored, you know, so, yeah, that's a good thing, though.
I thought it was dope, bro. I thought it was deserved, and I thought, like, you know, because when it's not like I'm a little younger, so it's not like I grew up in your era and I heard, like, your whole catalog. But when I went back to listen to you in Magic, I'm like, oh, no, these dudes was dope. They was actually dope.
Right.
And age and circumstances, all these things don't mean anything. It's like, if you're raw, you're raw.
That's the bottom line.
And the cream always gonna rise to the top.
Yeah.
And I felt like to see someone like Snoop, who's pretty much been at the top of the rap game for like 30 years, just take a second to recognize the raw talent.
I appreciate that.
I was like, man, that's you know, Calvin T deserved that.
I mean, we should get more of that, too. First, like I say, we didn't disrespect our elders back then.
Right.
We always saluted them, man, because that was the backbone of everything.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, I think he just...
I appreciate that, Snoop. Shout out to you, man, for just putting that out there, man, for sure that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, look, bro, if you did it once, you can do it again. Like you said, Too Short, don't stop rapping.
No, man.
I'm a firm believer in that, bro. I'm a supporter of Mack Magic Mike and Mack Calvin T. I pay my homage, bro. Yeah. You know, this Bay Area shit is important to me and to everybody else watching.
Oh, man.
So, bro, this is an honor, bro, to be having this conversation with you, man.
Definitely. I'm pleased to be here, man. Believe that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And this is only the beginning. We're going to keep rocking. There's more to come. And like I always said, if you ever need the support, I'm here.
Yeah.
We got to do something with you and Magic together at some point.
Yeah, we'll get it together.
I think we're going to have a part 3, man, with the two of y'all together, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to all my folks in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? That city don't get the props it deserves, but I always got love and respect for the rich, man.
Sure enough. That's
from the city to the rich, man. The whole Bay Area.
Right. Berkeley.
Come on, man. Berkeley, Hayward.
All the
you
shit.
know what I'm saying? Everywhere in between, man. Come on, man. Shout out to Uncle Charlie, man, in the building. Put it together, man, with Mac Calvin T, bruh.
Yeah.
This is Dregs 1. This has been another epic episode, History of the Bay podcast.
All time.
Mac Calvin T, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. We out, y'all. Peace and love.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.